Hi, everybody, and welcome to Dice Camera Action.
Woo! Thanks.
Yay.
Hi.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Before we jump into the action, let me just tell the tech crew at the back there that I can't see any of my players. But I can hear their delightful voices. And so...
but what about our crazy faces?
That's what I'll miss most of all.
How will you know when we're shocked and appalled?
So last time in Dice Camera Action, the characters escaped from Captain Zondala's airship via teleport spell and wound up in the tropical city of Port Nyanzaru. And there, they found a place to hole up for the night, and with the aid of their guide, Artis Simber, are preparing to embark on their expedition into the jungle. But there is a lingering matter of the party's well-being, their physical well-being, if not their emotional well-being.
And emotional, let's be honest.
So to give them added protection against the death curse, Diath acquired a scroll and some ink, which when combined created this arcane ritual that Strix cast that is summoning 3 hags over the course of 3 nights to do something to 3 of you to protect you in a way. It doesn't seem to do any good to Evelyn because of her construct nature. So last night, while 3 out of the 4 of you slept, you were visited and ridden by a hag.
Yeah.
Who spit into your mouth. And then the next morning when you woke up and you had...
Sounds just as gross the second time.
In the morning, you woke up, you had breakfast downstairs, and Diath saw a flying snake, chased it out into the street, and it darted down an alleyway and disappeared from his view. Diath, would you like to do anything? You're out on the street still. Waffles is sort of howling at you to be released from her post, where she basically spent the whole night.
Aw, I feel bad.
I thought she liked it down there. I thought she was having snickety snooks.
But it's been a whole night.
Oh.
So.
All right. I'll run up to her real quick and give her a quick reassuring, pet. And then I'm going to dash back into the rest of the party.
Okay.
And just basically say, I think we're being watched by a flying snake thingy.
A what?
Flying snake thing.
Ugh.
It was a reptilian-like bird. It was like a snake, but had bird wings.
Oh,
And
good.
it seemed to be way too intent at looking at us and listening to us and watching us.
Does it seem nice? Maybe it wants to join the party.
But that's just not nice, Evelyn.
Maybe it wants.
Nothing is ever nice.
Maybe
Can I
it
do
wants to...
keep rambling. It's fine.
I mean, look, we have an owl bear and we have our beautiful construct son, and I don't think we should make assumptions about a little snake bird.
I don't think we should be adding in any more.
Can I do like an Arcana check to know if maybe this is like a familiar or something?
Sure. Go
Like
ahead.
maybe some sort of... Oh, that's not too bad. 21.
It very well could be, yes.
Okay,
It could also just be an ordinary flying snake. Doubtless this land is full of them.
great. This place is filled with flying snakes, so I don't know.
Oh, I want a flying snake for a friend.
Oh, good.
I guess it's possible, but I don't. Just based on the way that one was watching.
One of the workers
waiting.
at Kaya's House of Repose will tell you if you are interested in buying any sort of creature, you'll want to deal with any of the merchants who are associated with the merchant prince Ifan Talroa. He is the one who basically has the monopoly on beasts and beast training.
I love beasts.
No. Paulton, don't give her that money. Don't give her any money to buy an animal.
I don't have
So,
to take Paulton's money. I am a woman of means, and she like ruffles through her pouch that she hasn't accessed the entire game looking for money.
It's like there's no money in there.
She is a strong, independent robot thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, if we're being watched, we should set up some kind of trap or fail-safe or something to make sure that we aren't continued to be watched.
Maybe it was a fan and it got really shy.
Have you seen a shy flying snake?
I haven't seen any flying snakes, so I'm just not making assumptions. Or we could die. We'll probably die. That's fine.
Again.
Now that's no.
Oh, yeah. Just
No.
like Vietnam flashbacks. I'm like, oh, shit, that's right.
Right after.
Evelyn looks pointedly at Paulton's neck.
Well, I want to go and use the inn's kitchen. Do you think they would let me? Can I go ask them if I can use their kitchen?
When you do, they object, not strenuously, like they don't push you out or anything, but they give you scowls as you intrude.
I just want to bake a couple of pies. I'll give you one.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Oh, I didn't do very good. 12.
They will let you, but they watch everything that you do.
Great. I'll wash my hands then.
Okay.
Now, I wanted to bake 3 pies.
Okay.
And I'm also going to take hair from Paulton and Dieth when they're not looking.
So you're
I feel
gonna
like
go
I
back.
already have
stealth?
these.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm just gonna run by and be like, "Hey, friend," go rip it out of their head.
Okay.
And then when I have
Typical
the
Strix
pies,
behavior.
It's like, oh, all right, cool.
while they're debating the snake or whatever they're waiting, I'm just going to take them back to the room and be like, this is for tonight. I'm hoping that maybe we can use these instead of them no touching us. So I'm just going to keep them in the room. Maybe they'll take those instead of being mean to us.
Speak
and she just keeps saying
yourself.
Don't worry, your hair's in it, Paulton. It's fine.
Dieth will just say,
Cool.
I don't know what you're talking about. I slept fine last night. Everything's great.
Uh-huh. And Strix just like
How
walks
come
up
I don't
the
get a
stairs.
pie? Why didn't you make me one?
Strix will just she'll just walk back and hand Evelyn just I don't know, something from her robe, like a cookie. Here, I made you a cookie.
Oh my gosh, I love it. It looks like
can't-
it's got some extra, some things you collected in there.
You can't even eat it. It doesn't even. And Strix just walks off totally callous to the fact that she was super mean to Evelyn, saying she can't even eat it.
Evelyn's still treasuring it, oh, that's so nice.
It's one of
Smelling
Strix's
it.
special earwax cookies.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know what's in there. I mean, that's not my problem.
What
All right.
flavor are the pies?
I'm gonna say that they're. I mean, we're in Schultz, so what berry or what sort of thing could we find?
There's a local berry called a cinderberry.
There we go.
So you can make a cinderberry pie.
So they'll all be cinderberries, but with different people's hair in it and symbols on the top.
Denial berry pie.
And Strix is don't eat them, don't eat them. Actually says that to the whole inn, loudly.
Don't eat these!
All right.
I'm sure those are delicious, but we're wasting a lot of time. Whoever's watching us, this means they're either trying to find what we're going, or they're looking specifically for us. And based on how that airship went, something tells me they're looking for us. So we need to get out of here. More importantly than that, we need to help. We need to help Paulton. We need to help ourselves. I've got to do this thing for Shemeshka. I kind of have to.
You were also going to get some gear, I think, weren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we need to start making our way towards Oralunga. I think we should do that soon.
Where we're going to go shopping.
Your guide Artis went upstairs shortly before the snake took off. He's still upstairs in his room, presumably.
Okay.
Dieth, go get him and ask him about the snake. He's probably smarter than us.
Why don't you guys go ask? I'm going to go procure some things that we're definitely going to need for this trip.
Like a dinosaur?
Yeah, you're smarter at
Yep.
that.
That's exactly what I'm going to get.
Can you get a cute one?
Yeah.
And a fast one so we can race it.
You
Yeah.
should take Paulton because we don't have any money.
Yeah. Paulton, you want to come?
Oh, sure.
All right. Evelyn, you should check on Waffles. She was distraught this morning. She needs some love.
Okay, maybe I could go look at dinosaurs too, and maybe I'll find a really good dinosaur, and maybe we can back up.
We'll find a good one first, and then we'll tell you about it. That way, you'll just see the best. You'll only see the best one. Let's go, Paulton.
Cool. I've been half listening, so all I know is that we're going to buy a dinosaur. Am stoked.
That's right. Don't let him buy a boring one, Paulton.
I'm going to be honest, this did not go well for me last time. Don't rub poop on them. Just as an aside.
You know, I wasn't gonna, but now that the thoughts are... All right, cool, let's go.
All right, so Dieth and Paulton head off. Evelyn will look after Waffles. Strix will finish off making sure her pies don't burn, and then set them upstairs where they can cool and not be eaten by anyone.
I take Waffles for a walk.
Oh, okay.
Like just a stroll around chill. And I also, if I meet anyone interesting, I'm totally like new to the neighborhood and just chatting people up and introducing myself and showing off Waffles and letting them pet her and stuff.
Okay, well, suffice to say, a puppet-like woman basically pulling an owlbear along does attract...
It's totally normal.
Attracts a fair share of attention, yes. But people give you a wide berth because of the ferocity of this behemoth that you're traveling
I tell them about how I'm here with Paulton Seppa on the Drunken Dying Tour, and also that
so you don't get
I'm
very
here
far.
and I'm also with Strix, the famous dinosaur racer, and we're looking for a dinosaur right now that we're going to race soon, and all that. That's what I, like, as I meet people, that's what I tell them about myself.
Oh, okay. You're able to get some free information about where you can buy dinosaurs and different kinds of dinosaurs, and people ask you, what kind of dinosaur are you looking for?
I ask for advice.
Oh, okay.
About what's the best kind of dinosaur that's the cutest and fastest.
Oh my God.
Well, if you want something, they tell you if you want something sized for you, then a healthy hale ankylosaurus will probably do you quite nicely. They're sleek, they're fast runners. They can really book it.
But
they can be ferocious and difficult to train, however.
Okay. But what if someone was bigger than me?
Yeah. Then your best bet is to probably get, just something like a hadrosaurus.
Anna doesn't know what either of those dinosaurs look like.
Evelyn probably doesn't either. She's just like,
Ankylosaurs
okay.
are cool. They're like the short little squat four-legged dudes, but they got like the ball on their tail. They stick things with.
Oh, cool. Okay.
All right, and the boys, as you guys head off, you're sort of channeled by the early morning crowds into a place called the Red Bazaar, and it's this. It's at this big, broad intersection, and it's full of traffic and people and things to buy. Whereas the Grand Souk is a much more sort of high-end, buy jewelry kind of place. This is more like where you get everyday items. There are big slabs of dinosaur meat that are hung out to dry with buckets to collect the blood underneath them. There's people trading in all sorts of things, wine, fruit, clothing, insect repellent, rain catchers, and other basic goods.
Great.
There's even a place that sells canoes. You can see a big giant canoe sort of suspended over a doorway.
Oh, excellent. We need some of those.
Actually, Artist told you he secured one already.
Okay, is it the one fit the 5 of us in an owlbear?
A canoe will fit, well, a canoe will fit 6 of you.
Okay.
Not so much the owlbear, no.
Oh.
Owlbears and canoes don't really go together well.
Do owlbears swim?
The same way bears can swim, which is pretty good.
Okay. All right. All right. So the only things I'm looking to procure here are just a lot of the basic adventuring supplies, restocks on rations, water skins.
Yep, you can secure rations. You can secure water skins.
A few personal effects such as flasks of oil and caltrops.
Yep.
Wine.
Yep. How many flasks you want? You can get a bag of caltrops, no problem there.
Okay.
You can get however many flasks of oil you want.
All right, I'll get 1 bag of caltrops,
Okay.
and we'll go with 3 flasks of oil.
Very good. So
And then-
yeah, that's not going to be much.
I also want to acquire a lot of the more local equipment, such as insect repellent. Sounds awesome.
Okay.
Tents for outside sleeping, tarps, rope, etc.
Wine.
Okay. And the insect repellent comes in 2 forms: a block of incense, that when lit burns for up to 8 hours and repels insects within a cloud around it, essentially. Or you can get a gourd or vial of a salve, which you basically spread on your, it's like an odorless grease that you spread on your skin.
I think I'll get the incense because I think Evelyn would like that.
The advantage of the
Sounds
one
awful.
is incense is great, like if you're making camp and you just want to keep the bugs away.
Yeah.
The salve is great if you are traveling around, or if you have to go into water and reemerge. It's actually sort of waterproof. It doesn't come off.
Oh.
So.
You know what? Could I get one of each?
Yep.
Sure.
Okay. Everything you've asked for up to this point is going to cost you about 5 gold.
Yeah, that's like nothing.
Yeah.
The whole time he's like asking for like these necessary things. I'm like, also see if they have like a collar that lets you talk to dinosaurs.
I like just deadpan turn back to the shop owner. Is there a collar that lets you talk to dinosaurs?
He thinks that's a great idea, and you should invent one.
Okay, hold on, I'll think of something else.
All right. While Dieth is shopping, Paulton, make a perception check.
Those are always good.
And while he's doing that, Dieth, one of the shop owners, as you're sort of, as he's inventorying all the stuff that you're collecting, he asks you if you want to rent a mule or a person to carry your stuff around for you. In town, I mean.
Oh.
It is custom. Yeah. You see other people kind of do that. Big shoppers who come through here and buy a lot of things. They either have a mule or they have a person who's acting as a mule, who's like a servant just following them around.
I'm not comfortable with the servant angle. A mule sounds fine.
Okay.
Also, I'm assuming that Simon went with you guys.
Oh, probably.
He wouldn't have stayed.
Yeah, Simon's probably following Paulton around.
Yeah, so
Unless
you can
otherwise
just pile
noted.
it on him.
Yeah, we'll rent a mule for the day.
Okay. So Paulton.
Oh, so for my perception check,
Yeah.
you know the picture of the lady who is like trying to like figure stuff out with all the like around her. So that's me trying to figure out how I would make a collar that talks to dinosaurs. I'm so fixated on that because I rolled a 2.
Okay.
Oh wait, you could if I no that won't wait. What if I no?
Oh, God.
What language do dinosaurs understand? Okay. Then Dieth, you've basically acquired all of this stuff, and you've got a mule to help you take it back to the inn where you're staying.
Sweet.
You see Paulton very distracted. You notice that Simon has wandered off.
Crap.
He's not around.
Paulton.
Make
Where's
a-
Simon?
Make a perception check, Dieth.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, my son.
This one's on you, dude.
It happens. Little kid gets lost in a big crowd,
Ooh, 26.
sees something shiny. Simon is a very colorfully dressed little guy.
It's hard to miss that.
Pretty easy to spot. You sort of stand up on a barrel, just kind of look around, and you spot him right away. You see that he has gone off into a corner of, behind some of these slabs of dinosaur meat that are hanging. He's sort of run behind them and is chasing after something kind of playfully, like a kid lured away by like a small animal or something. In this case, however, he seems to be chasing after a monkey. And the monkey is wearing a little fez.
Do you see my son?
Yes, he's right over there.
Okay, I just look at
He's
that
about, he's about like 50, 60 feet away, and there's about 24 people crisscrossing between you and where you see him. But
I just like Naruto run through the crowd.
Okay. So, Paulton, I'll let you make another perception check with advantage because Dieth is pointed out where you need to go. You still haven't seen him.
18.
Okay, you do catch sight of Simon as he sort of, you see him, and a monkey has just thrown what looks like a ball to him, and he's thrown it back to the monkey, and the monkey kind of runs away with it, and then Simon chases after the monkey, and then they stop and they do that interplay again, and then they run a little bit farther away. You think pretty clearly this monkey is leading Simon astray.
Can I catch up to him?
Yes, you can weave through the crowd, and by now, Dieth, you can see Paulton has sort of cut through the crowd, disappeared behind the slabs of meat, and is kind of deking into an alley to catch up to Simon, and you can see him sort of reach Simon right at the mouth of the alley.
Okay.
And, Paulton, when you catch up to Simon, he stops, he looks at you, no surprise there, and then he points at the monkey. And the monkey's standing there with a ball and a little fez on its head, and then the monkey throws the ball at you, Paulton, like in a catch this kind of way. And it's a rubber ball about this big around.
I thought it was going to be monkey poop.
So this ball comes hurtling toward you, not fast.
Is it like coming at me like far up, or is it just kind of rolling toward me?
The monkey tosses it, but he sort of underhands it, so it just kind of lobs toward you.
Okay.
And it might actually, it probably bounces once because it's rubber, and then boop. Do you aim to catch it?
I'm just gonna let it roll. I don't want to try and catch it.
Okay, it just bounces and then sort of rolls between your legs, disappears into the crowd behind you. The monkey shrieks at you.
I look at him just like, what?
And then the monkey gestures like this.
It's like,
and begins to make his way deeper down the alleyway.
And then I just turn around.
Okay.
It's like, nope, I don't want any of that.
All right.
I'm going to take my son and go back to... am I pretty far from Dieth at this point?
Yeah, you're about 60, 70 feet away from Dieth. Dieth,
Okay.
you still have eye contact with Paulton. So Paulton, when you look over, you can see Dieth standing on a barrel higher than the crowd.
Nearby my mule.
Cool. Could I
Dieth, make a perception check.
Okay. Me?
Yep.
Oh, sure. Okay. Boop. Oh, and 21.
You see a shadow of a figure on a roof above Paulton's head. It just sort of moved into position.
When you say moved into position...
has sort of come, the roof above him and to the right is kind of flat, and it's got a bit of a lip that figures on the roof can hide behind, almost like a battlement, but it's more kind of ornate and stylized. It's not meant to be like really a defensive thing, but whoever this is on the roof, this dark cloaked figure, is using it to block line of sight as much as possible. And he's moved into position and just sort of peers over down at Paulton.
Can I call out to Dieth?
You see what appears to be a hand crossbow.
Yep, there it is.
Oh.
Paulton hasn't seen this and is kind of making his way back with his...
All right, and I'm standing on top of a barrel?
Yeah.
All right. Man, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it from here through the crowd, but I'll shout from here, Paulton, move! And at the same time, I'll jump forward from the barrel.
A bunch of crowd people just sort of turn as you do that.
Yeah. And then I'll grab onto a street sign pole, swing off of it to get as far as possible and just dash my way to Paulton as fast as possible.
So in order to get across him, to him as fast as possible, there are some pennants and things hanging overhead. They're not particularly sturdy. You could basically one-hand it along one of those, or...
Did I hear him?
You definitely heard him, and most of the crowd did as well. Paulton, Dieth, you think you might be able to get to him quickest if you ran across the heads and shoulders of the crowd.
I want to do that. That's what I want to do. I'm doing
that.
In that
Immediately after he called out to me, can I just, I just kind of and instinctively just throw a HUD up?
Oh, sure. All right.
Airbags going on.
Do you want it to be transparent or opaque from the outside?
I don't really think about it. I just throw up whatever is instinctive. So I guess opaque.
Okay. So this black sphere that you can see out of Paulton, but nobody can really see in very well, just boom, springs up all around him as a defensive mechanism. And it sort of pushes some of the crap away. Some people sort of get hedged out by it and thrown back on their butts when it appears. Dieth, make an acrobatics check.
Yay!
After the HUD comes up, I'm just save space!
18.
All right, you nimbly stride across the heads and shoulders of various crowd folks who grunt and groan and cry out underneath you, and land on the outside of the dome.
So, just a side thought: was I in the crowd or was I pretty separated?
You were kind of separated, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, are there like people?
Just randos in your hut.
I'm just like, hey. Sorry.
There are, but since they can leave, they probably will have exited.
Shuffled
Like,
out.
Yeah.
you can go if you want.
Yeah, they choose to go.
Okay, that's probably for the best.
Is Simon in the hut?
He is, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so Dieth, you have reached Paulton's hut.
Okay, and then from there, I basically want to. Did you say it was opaque or transparent?
Opaque.
Nate? Opaque?
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. All right, from there, I'm basically going to chase after that man.
Okay, you can run up the outside of the dome of the hut and basically get up to the roof that way.
Great.
Cool.
And using
All right.
my second story work class feature, it should be real easy for me to climb up and get up there.
Totally
Yes.
planned too.
Yes.
Good
Yep.
good synergy.
Yeah, you did a good job. You gave him that little vault he needed to get up to the roof.
Yeah, I'll like vault on and like almost use like the springiness of the hut. Just
Yep. All right. When you land on the roof, I'm going to ask you to make another perception check to see if you notice anything other than this dude that you're facing down.
10 more dudes.
Yeah.
Oh, hell. Not great. 15.
Okay. You do see a second similarly black-clad figure on another rooftop on the other side of the alley. So that would put him or her about 30 feet away from you with an alley gap between you.
Right.
Now, this one that you're confronting is, in fact, a woman, but she's wearing black silks, looks like, not armor per se, and she's got silk over most of her face except her eyes. And she's got her hand crossbow in one hand and a short sword in the other, and I need you, Dieth, to roll initiative.
Yay! 23.
Okay. Evelyn, make a perception check.
Ooh, I would love to. I'm not going to use my lucky die yet, though.
Oh, no.
I've got to save that.
Are you still outside with waffles?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
12.
Okay. All you hear is a bit of a ruckus of some kind coming from what appears to be a crowded intersection about 100 yards away from you. You're talking to somebody, you're just having a conversation, talking about the Death and Dying Tour. People are looking at you mystified and not sure what to make of you. Some are just staying away from you. You try to talk to them and they just turn and walk away.
If you'll all excuse me. I hear something over there, and as I am a paladin in the service of Lathander, I must make sure that everything's all right. Come on, Waffles. And I jump on her back and kind of galump over. Yeah.
All right. As you get closer to the disturbance, you can see fleetingly what looks like Dieth spring off the shoulders of some individuals onto a big black dome, and then from there hurl himself up to the roof, and then you lose sight of him. Dieth, what do you do? You have the initiative.
So she's clearly armed in front of me.
and clearly threatening.
Threatening.
Everything about her
And then,
suggests she's threatening you.
All right, and then other figure across the alley.
Similarly clad, similarly armed, equally threatening, but 30 feet away. And loading his crossbow.
All right. Well,
Could Dieth hear me from the hut?
The hut is not soundproof, so yes.
Could I just be like, hey, how you doing up there, bud?
Yeah. You can't see each other because of the angle of the building, but you can definitely hear each other.
yeah, like I'll shot down towards his hut, but like not leaving eye contact against the target, just saying, Paulton, upon the rooftops! And then gut her out, and then I'll just engage with the one directly ahead of me so that her little hand crossbows just become in melee range.
Okay.
I'm just like, okay, I'll find the stairs.
Now, if you leave your hut, Paulton, the hut will disappear, just so you know.
That's fine. I have more.
Also, while everyone's running away,
Yep.
I just imagine Strix standing in the window of like the top floor of the inn, just shooing flies away
Yeah.
from her pie, and just like watches Evelyn like just running off, and it's just like, oh heck.
Yeah.
just like watches this and sees the commotion. It's
Yes.
just like, oh.
And you know that your broom is probably, in your room right now.
Yeah. And I'll just look at the pies
Yeah.
and then just look outside, look at the pies, and I'll go get my broom and then take off.
All right. So Dieth, it's your action.
All right. Nothing super fancy. All I can really do is just to make a melee attack against her.
Okay.
So, all right. 13.
13 is dodged. That one misses. All right. She is going to attempt to make 2 short sword attacks against you, since you are a little close for her to use her crossbow. Yep.
Uh-oh.
The first one is not going to be so great. You were able to dodge that quite ably. Her second one is a 22.
Okay.
All right. And she does 6 points of piercing damage with that blade. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, because there is poison on it.
Oh, neat.
All right. Okay, this is fine. 15.
All right. That is enough. You do not suffer any ill effects from this. None of the poison gets into your system, really.
Yeah, but from this, like, kind of notice the poison, or like
Yes.
that's what it's trying to do.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not in the initiative, right?
Not yet. But now that this round has ended, I'd like all of the other 3 characters to make initiative checks as well. So Paulton, Strix, and Evelyn.
Good.
All right, I got 16.
16 for Strix.
13.
12.
All right. Dieth, you're up again. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. The other one on the other roof is going to attempt to shoot you, Dieth, with its hand crossbow.
Okay.
And is going to hit you for 4 piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Well, I'm gonna uncanny dodge that one.
So you take
It's
2.
only 2.
All right.
Another Constitution saving throw.
Yes, please.
All right. 2.
Okay. All right. You are poisoned. Well, not you. There's poison in your system, and what that means is when you are poisoned,
All right.
you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability
no.
checks.
Oh no.
Okay. You also have 1 level of exhaustion, which at this point doesn't affect you any more than the poison condition does.
Right. It's just the ability checks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You just pull the bolt out of you, and you can feel the poison coursing through your system.
Yeah, I'm already like shaking my head and
Yep.
struggling to stand.
And it's your turn.
Oh no. Okay. I don't want them to I don't want to lose them. All right. I'm just gonna take the defense action.
Okay.
Just rather than trying to like fight to defeat them.
Yep.
Right now I'm just fighting to survive until Bolton helps.
Okay. Then they will get to go again before your crew does. The one with the short sword, she will attack you twice. And what's your armor class currently?
It's 17. But
All right.
so now I'm taking defense action.
Yeah.
I get the disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm rolling twice on every die here. So the first one hits you,
Okay.
and the second one would have crit you but missed you.
Ha!
I rolled a 20 and a 2. All right. So the one that hits you does 5 points of piercing damage, which you can uncanny dodge and reduce to 2.
Defensive uncanny dodge.
All right. And I need another Constitution saving throw.
More. Oh, this is getting way worse.
I call out again really quick. Still good, bud?
Nope.
All right, cool.
Oh, 16.
Okay, you resist that. And then the other one will reload his crossbow and take aim with another shot. Oh, you rolled a 17 and an 18. And so that's going to be a 24, which is going to hit you. It does 3 points of piercing damage. And I need
let me guess.
another saving throw.
Okay. 11.
All right. You have now another level of exhaustion, which means your speed is halved. All right.
All right.
And then it is Strix's turn. Strix, you're able to get to your room, get your broom, and fly out the window if you want.
Yes, I'll fly out the window. I'm sure I could already tell things were going bad.
Evelyn, you come galumphing into the marketplace with Albert, startling a bunch of people and causing some of them to fall down as they rush away. They sort of
Don't panic, citizens. Everything is under control.
Is this a RoboCop scene?
I'm going to have you make a persuasion check to convince them that you are not the menace that you appear to be.
You want to see what I roll?
You're too busy being RoboCop.
You pull out your axe, and
Everything is fine. I like to imagine this happened in like a crowd where no one was even panicked before.
Everyone's just kind of fine, and I'm like, don't panic!
everybody panics, and people start to scream and trample each other as they run through stalls and into homes and residences and shops and things. Stands get pushed over. You see what appears to be like
Everything's fine.
A basket full of snakes gets pushed over, and all the snakes start to skitter across the floor, and everybody starts to freak out even more.
People start combusting.
Yeah, one guy just literally
We're
explodes.
this town too.
Everything is fine. New neighbors.
And
This is all normal.
Suddenly, the entire market within 30 feet all around you is totally clear, except for toppled stuff and dropped paraphernalia and shopping bags.
And I see Paulton has left his hut, right?
He has.
And he's walking.
He is basically, I think he's going, Paulton, there are sort of outdoor staircases as well as indoor ones. You're looking to go up through the inside of the building or up the outside of the building?
So which of those would be quicker?
Ooh, let's say the outside.
So how much quicker / cooler would it be if I dimension doored up?
Oh, yeah, you could totally do that.
Cool. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. So yeah, you see him just go and appear on the edge of the roof.
Can I do like a majestic walkout and just like sing my own angel chorus like oh!
Ooh, good one.
DS half conscious just.
Oh shit.
Absolutely.
That's not good.
All right, and so Evelyn, I'm going to say that basically the owlbear used all of its move to get you there, so you still have your move and an action.
Okay.
Actually, you have just your action, not a move. Sorry.
Oh, I don't have a move.
Correct. You have to use some of your move to steer.
Ah, okay. So I can't catch up to them this turn.
You can't unless you sacrifice your action just to move. Like you can use your action instead of attacking now to move whatever your fly speed is with your boots.
I guess I'll do that to catch up with them. I'll
All right.
kind of pat Waffles on the head and be like, you stay right here until I come back, you understand? And protect all the people and be nice. Don't eat anyone. And I take off with my boots and just head over. And I'm like, hey, what's going on? Seems like is everything fine?
You see Diath is in a fight for his life on a roof with a dark-clad assassin of some kind.
Looking uncharacteristically sloppy.
Yes, he looks like he's
Normally he's on point.
like he's got sunstroke or something. Then it is actually Paulton's turn. So you are now standing on the edge of the roof, Paulton. You've just stepped out of your door, which has disappeared behind you. And how close do you want to be to Diath? Because you can pretty much decide.
How close am I?
You could be anywhere from like right behind him to like 30 feet away.
And I see these people trying to do a kill of him, right?
You see one in close combat with him, stabbing at him with her short sword. Another one is on another roof on the other side of an alley, shooting crossbow bolts. About 30, well, actually, yeah, about 30 feet away from DF.
Can I...
And the gap between the roof you're on and the roof that second assassin on is about 10 feet.
Can I try and persuade the one right on him to stop?
Just using your ordinary persuasion or a spell of some kind?
I'm going to go with ordinary persuasion.
Okay.
Hey, please don't.
I just call out, like, stand down really heroically. Wait, let me see how heroically it is. That's a 10. So it's like... stand down, maybe.
All right.
Wait, is Simon with me?
Well, that's a very good question. Let me just check the spell. I think you might have left him behind.
Shoot!
Oh no!
Hang on.
Well, that changes
He's
my
safer
action.
down there.
Simon, get up here!
You teleport yourself. There you go.
Okay, then retcon. I tell Waffles to protect Simon.
Yeah. Okay.
So I literally show up. I yell at the guy killing Diaz to stop. I'm just like, all right, man, I tried everything.
Okay, DF, what do you do when this assassin does not seem deterred at all?
Strange. Is the hut still there?
No.
Damn it. All right.
Disappeared as soon as Paulton left it.
All right. All right. I'll use my my cunning action to. So when Paulton shows up and just blows it, I'll just tell him, like, you know, their blades, they're using poison, and then just do a haphazard swing at the lady who hit me.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good swing. 27.
Oh, yes. You cut through her silken robes into flesh.
Wait, how close was Paulton?
Let's say 10 feet.
All right, fine. All right, normal weapon damage then.
Yep.
Hey, 7.
All right. All right, some of her blood trickles down onto the ground. She is not happy about that, and so she's going to stab at you twice. Man, these dice are on fire. I borrowed these dice.
Oh, good. Okay, cool. Great. Awesome.
Yeah, you're going to be hit twice.
Great. Cool.
The first one is 6 piercing damage.
I'll uncanny dodge that one.
Okay.
Down to 3.
The second one will be 5 piercing damage.
All right.
And then I need you to make 2 saving throws.
All right. Oh, I lost my papers and everything. Okay, that's a 13 and a 3.
Okay. You gain 2 more levels of exhaustion, which means you're now on disadvantage on everything. Attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks. Your hit point maximum is, for the time being, halved. So what is your maximum hit points?
54.
So it is now 27, which means if you have more than 27 hit points, you currently have 27 hit points.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. All right. Her friend will take another shot with a bolt. Oh, shit, man. You're hit again.
You just take
Oh my
You're hit
god.
I say move those dice.
You're hit for 7 points of damage. And I need you to make a 3rd saving throw.
All right. Is there a D20 I haven't used yet? We'll do this one.
Remember, you're at disadvantage, so roll twice.
All right. Well, first roll's okay. Second D20 roll. 6.
All right. Your speed is now 0.
Oh, that means you just can't move.
Okay. So you, Paulton, you see Diaz just kind of like fall, like all his bones just melted onto the ground.
No!
And he just sort of falls back on his butt and can barely keep himself up. He looks very, very close to death. Yeah.
Like, dude, it's like, this is coming from the drunk, but get it together, dude.
All right. And then it is Strix's turn. Strix, you fly your broom. You come up over the market where scores of people running away. You see in the middle of the market there is an owlbear with a basket stuck on her head.
Oh, no.
How'd she get like that already?
There was a basket full of fish.
No.
So she just stuck her head in and started eating it, and then the basket got stuck on her head. So now she's like one of those cat videos where the cat can't get its thing off the head.
I mean...
And she's looking around for Simon with the basket on her head. And...
Who?
I'm one more failed Constitution saving throw from death.
I'm upset, number one,
Strix,
about that. Do I see everyone else?
On the roof, you can see Dieth lying down with an assassin looming above him and Paulton standing nearby.
Looking confused. Like he just tried to verbally tell them to stop.
You showed up and said, "Hey, stop!" And then Dieth got stab, thunk, blop.
Now, from your unique point of view, Strix, I'm going to have you make a perception check to see if you notice anything else.
Look,
14.
we just got here, Jared. You can't die that quickly, please.
Okay. You can see, in addition to the 2 assassins on the roof, that there are some assassins climbing up the walls in the alleyway. Two more
This
assassins.
place is stupid.
2 more assassins coming up the walls. And you can see in the alley what appears to be one of these assassins on the back of a dinosaur.
Oh, great.
Take it for our own.
The assassin on the dinosaur looks like a child. It's a small figure. So
Kill it!
Halfling, perhaps? No.
Is it the monkey?
Monkey.
No, but it's got a monkey on its shoulder.
Oh.
I knew it.
It is a halfling assassin on the back of an Allosaurus mount with a monkey familiar or companion.
All right. I would like to Misty Step between the assassin and Dieth
Okay.
from my broom. And I also, before I do that, I tell my broom to attack the other assassin.
Okay. Your broom goes racing off to attack the other one. What do you do when you... So that was a bonus action to Misty Step. You are now standing over Dieth.
Yeah, and I'm going to polymorph the one right in front of me.
All right. I've got to make a saving throw. Oh, what are you attempting to polymorph into?
What type of chicken should we do this time? Maybe like a cute little baby chick, like a little fuzzy one. Like a little yellow fuzzy one.
Okay. And what's the saving throw DC?
16.
All right. The assassin resists your spell.
Damn it. I can't use my inspiration to alter their roll, can I?
No.
Darn.
All
tried. I'm in front of it, so come at me.
Okay, make a couple attacks with your broom. Roll d20
Sweet.
and add 4.
Okay. Roll d20.
Yeah.
6.
Miss.
18.
Okay, that hit the assassin, so roll a d4 plus 2.
Take that. You're going to get thwapped. Thwapped right in the face.
Yep.
5.
Okay. Yes, your broom does some significant damage to this assassin who wasn't expecting to get whacked out of the air. Okay, and that's Strix's turn. Evelyn.
Can I reach Dieth by...
Yes.
Okay. As soon as I see him collapse, knowing what I know about this whole death situation, I just make a beeline for him, and I'm warming up my hands as I go like a AED. Like, clear! Like... lay on hands, and I can spend 5 lay on hands points to cure poison, but I guess I don't know that he's poisoned, do I?
As soon as you see him, You see he's got wounds that are sort of discolored, and yeah, you can gather he's been poisoned.
So I'll lay on 5 for the poison and like 20 more for well-being. So just like full on like boom, and like his body arches, like a like an emergency.
Like accidentally knock me over, and I was like, I'm trying to help.
Yeah, when the poison effect is lifted, Diath, so goes the effects of the exhaustion.
Oh, good. All of it?
Yep.
Oh, Evelyn.
Yes.
Okay. So then you said you also restored some hit points on top of that?
Yeah, 20.
Great. Okay. All right, I'm alive again.
How do you react to being shocked?
Clear.
Yeah.
Probably just wake up to like the stench of Strix in front of you, just like.
I'm like I have like the pure anger face, like just slowly rise up, but then I just wipe the drool off my face.
All right.
You're welcome.
Paulton.
Yes. Okay, so how far is the assassin? Actually, I guess that doesn't. How far are 2 assassins from each other? Like, who are the 2 closest?
The 2 closest would be the 2 on the roof. One is 10 feet away from you, and the other is now 40 feet away from you. And the other one's being whacked by a broom.
Okay. Then I'm going to try and cast Crown of Madness on the closer one.
Okay.
Which is, I believe, a wisdom. Mm-hmm.
All right. And do you know your save DC?
15, I believe.
All right. The assassin resists.
Cool!
Just as she shook off the polymorph spell, so too does she shake off the Crown of Madness. But you can see she's quite annoyed with how events have transpired. Dieth, what do you do?
How close is she to me?
Oh, she's right there.
So
now Strix is kind of between you, but you're still within 5 feet of her.
All right.
You have an ally now.
Basically, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So as she is distracted and trying to resist the polymorph,
and the Crown
I basically like dive roll past Strix and her.
Okay.
And as I'm rolling up and I stand up behind her, it's just like a turn around, like backslash.
All right.
Right across her back. Oh, okay. I'll stay on the desk. Oh, 26.
Oh, yeah. That hits.
All right, good. And Gutter drinks this day. Make sure I got all my dice. 5, 9. That's so much. Okay. Okay.
That sounded like a lot of dice.
It's all the D6s I own. 35.
Oh my gosh. All right. She suffers a crippling wound. She is now bloodied and in great, great pain.
Wow, it's still standing?
Still standing.
Gosh, okay.
Quite hurt, yes.
That was going to be a little more dramatic, but all right.
And Gutter's like, well done, Dieth.
I hate you, sword.
She goes next. Oh, she is from unfurling from underneath her robe. You can see she pulls back the sleeve of one of her robes, and there is a black snake coiled around it. It uncoils, unfurls its wings, and flies off using the disengage action to avoid attacks of opportunity.
Gross.
Oh,
God.
God.
We were dealing with, yeah.
She will then turn around again, Dieth, and actually, Strix looks like the softer target. She will turn her poisoned blade on you, Strix.
Don't hurt my friend. I'm not soft.
Her lowest roll is a 19, so...
Yeah, that hits me, of course.
You take 5 piercing damage from one stab.
Alrighty.
You have a better chance at resisting poison than I do.
True.
And 4 from the other, so a total of 9. And I need 2 saving throws.
All right.
Constitution saving throws.
First one is 14. Second one is 13.
Okay, that's 2 fails.
Ugh.
So, in addition to being poisoned, which affects your attack rolls and ability checks, you have 2 levels of exhaustion. So not only do you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, but your speed is halved.
All right.
All right,
I'll
and
just be like, I'm not soft. Ugh.
the one on the roof fighting the broom is going to... he hasn't really got a good weapon to attack the broom. So he is actually... Oh, boy.
Being annoyed to death.
Stand there and take it in the face?
Yeah, seeing his imperiled companion, he will stand there and suffer the abuse and load his crossbow and attempt to shoot at Dieth. Dieth,
Oh, okay.
He shoots you in the back for 4 piercing damage.
All right. Uncanny dodge that down.
2. And a saving throw, Constitution.
All right. I got it this time. Oh, 16.
All right, that resists it. No problem there.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I flex the bolt out of my back.
2 more dark-clad Zent assassins come up onto the roof, having climbed up out of the alley. They pulled themselves up onto the roof, and that's the end of their turn. So now
Many dudes!
There are now 3 on your rooftop.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
just gonna
whoops,
keep
I
making.
forgot about those.
Great!
All right, Strix.
All right. I'm upset. I'll just like shoot a panicked look at Evelyn. And then so how many bad people are now on the roof?
So on your roof, there's the one that you've been fighting, the female assassin who is between you and Dieth currently. The
Right.
2 that just came up on the roof, you see one is male, one is female. As soon as they climb up, basically all they're able to do on the end of their turn is pull out scimitars.
Okay.
And they each, in perfect synchronicity, start to
hate this.
spin them all around.
No reason to show off. I am going to cast Fireball Careful spell
Right here on the roof.
right here on the roof.
All right. From somewhere on the other side of Port Nyanzaru.
Yeah, I just drop it right like.
Somewhere on the other side of Port Nyanzaru, one of the merchant princes is waking up and parting the curtains on her balcony, looking out over the vista of the city, and then this big...
Oh yeah, I'd also like to cast it at level 5.
Okay.
Evelyn's like, roast
Which I think is 9.
Yeah.
9d6. Great.
Or
Perfect.
it's 8d6 for a 3rd level, 9d6
Okay.
for 4th level, 10d6 for 5th level.
Oh, what? You get to roll more d6s than I do.
Suck it.
That's
All right.
good.
Oh
right.
no.
So 3 of the
Is that a
assassins,
good oh no?
Yeah.
3 of the assassins, including the one between you and Dieth, get engulfed in the flames. The flames wrap around you, Dieth, and Paulton, and Evelyn.
39.
All right.
39.
Okay, the bad news...
Evelyn like plays with the fire and pokes it as it's like around her.
So that's 19. The bad news is all of the assassins made their saves, but the good news is that the 2 with the scimitars, as they're flashing them around and doing that, are just completely incinerated. And their scimitars go clatter, 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 clatter.
Like
That's what you
Indiana
get.
Jones style.
That's what you get for showing off.
The one that's between you and Dieth, she's just engulfed in fire, and most of her robes and stuff just burn away, and she's screaming because her skin is all blackened and scorched, but somehow she is still alive, clinging to life.
Gross.
She tried to basically whirl out of it, but couldn't get out of the danger in time.
Oh, and do I get to do damage from my broom against the...
You do. You get to make 2 attacks on that guy, so roll 2d20.
All the fire around the broom.
Oh, that was a 4, so that one misses.
First one misses.
That was a 3, that one misses too.
The
Broom's just like, ooh!
Drunken broom. All right.
Yeah.
Evelyn, the fireball evaporates. Smoke is now rising from various things.
Including piles of ash where people used to be.
There is only one assassin on the roof now, and she's badly hurt and not terribly far away from you, probably about 5 feet away from you. There's also the one on the other roof who's being accosted by the broom.
I guess I go for the one that's still on this roof.
Okay.
I look for quick confirmation from Dieth, or I'm like, kill?
We'll go with kill, yeah.
Okay.
Definitely kill. This is a kill situation.
May you be joined with the light of the morning, Lord.
No, there's no light for her.
I just chop her with tree bane.
All right.
I haven't wielded my little axe in a little while.
Yeah, it seemed like a while.
Yeah, Evelyn's been feeling like she needs a little choppy action. But that wasn't very good. That was 13.
She dodges out of the way of that narrowly.
Evelyn's like, with frustration because she hasn't used her axe in a while, so she feels out of practice, so she goes for it again. And that is worse.
Oh, dear. Okay. Paulton.
Evelyn is quite ashamed.
Yeah.
It's all on you, buddy. One assassin left. She's badly hurt. Evelyn just whiffed.
So there's one assassin, and they're looking like messed up.
Yeah, on the roof with you guys.
I already bloodied her with a backslash.
The other assassin is still off on the other roof being accosted by Strix's broom.
Okay. Quick question. Did we establish why we're being assassinated already?
No.
Cool.
We should
Is that
probably
your top
ask.
concern as you're being assassinated?
But asking would be a good idea.
So I'm gonna go up to the really effed up one.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try another persuasion. I'm gonna be like, let's try this one more time. Stand down, answer our questions, and maybe your life is spared.
All right. Make a persuasion check. I'm going to give you advantage on the check,
Ooh.
given her current predicament.
Keyword maybe.
All right, that would be 18.
You are successful, and she casts her blade and her crossbow down onto the roof away from her, and is currently or apparently unarmed.
Cool. It's like, all right, who's got questions?
I do.
Same.
And let's see.
Oh yeah, what happened to the dinosaur they were riding?
We didn't
That one didn't
kill
come up
that
to the
guy.
roof.
He didn't come up.
Yeah. Which I'm fine with right now.
I feel like
All
if
right.
there's a good excuse to steal someone's dinosaur, it's they tried to assassinate us.
You're not wrong, but they're a lot of work. They eat a lot.
I'll take care of it, I promise.
Oh my god. Don't believe that. Strix is out like shoveling the poop. She's like, I knew it would be me. I knew it.
It's always me.
All right. As you watch, a fist, the size of like a storm giant's fist, but made entirely of ice, materializes next to the assassin being accosted by Strix's broom, and then tries to punch that assassin.
Cool.
I know that magic.
All right. And this giant ice fist slams into and wounds the assassin being accosted by the broom. And kind of knocks him for a loop. And Dieth,
Yep.
what do you do?
All right, assassin in front of me.
She's
Still
surrendered
alive?
and alive.
Okay.
But
Was she the one that got punched, or was it the other one?
the other one?
Good. The one in front of me who dropped her weapons, I am going to take them
Mm-hmm.
and then fire the crossbow at the other one.
Okay, you pick up the crossbow and
Yeah.
excellent. Make an attack roll. Using your ranged attack bonus.
17.
You're going to hit, so it'll do a d6 plus your dexterity mod.
Now, question. That broom was in melee engagement with that target?
Yes.
Does that allow the sneak attack?
Yeah.
Good.
Ooh.
While
And
you're
she's going to
rolling-
have to do a constitution saving throw, Chris Perkins, because there's poison. So she's going to have to resist this poison, or she's going to suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
Assault.
My own evil is being turned against me.
All right. I just lost it. Dang it. All right. 17. 32.
32. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a serious wound. That one is definitely in the land of the bloodied now and failed its saving throw versus the poison.
It's nice to see you working with brooms instead of against
Yep.
them.
All right. So you see the fatigue and trauma set in as the bolt pierces his flesh. So now he's being accosted by a broom, crossbows, and a big giant ice fist.
Yeah, it's
Great.
one of those things like the crossbow. Just it hits
All
her.
right. The assassin who surrendered herself. She's not doing anything this round. The one who just got shot and who got punched by the ice fist, and he's going to disengage. He is going to withdraw and run away, and he sort of hurls himself off of the rooftop and out of your view.
Wait, can my broom get an attack of opportunity, or
It disengaged.
He's
Oh,
just
it's a- oh,
disengaging,
no.
so now,
my broom just like shakes its fist?
yeah.
If it had a fist, like,
The fist shakes its fist. As that assassin vacates, because he's not going to stick around. He's badly, badly hurt. All right. So you have kind of dispensed with all of your adversaries at this point. But I'm going to stay in initiative just in case you want to do something or follow up. This would be Strix.
Evelyn wants to check on Waffles and
Okay.
also see if the dinosaur is still down there.
Strix is still poisoned.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is this another like on fire like thing where everyone forgets that I'm dying?
You're just usually so self-sufficient, we forget.
I'm just like standing like.
Okay, can Evelyn she walks over to Strix and she's like, patting her with one hand, curing the poison, but she's actually just kind of looking for Waffles over the sky.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, cure the poison. Waffles.
Yeah, you can see Waffles is still out in the square, kind of ambling about with the basket on its head. You think that she's either figured out a way to kind of see through the holes in the basket and is not like colliding into anything. But right now she's given up on trying to get it off herself.
This is sad.
So I unpoisoned you, though. I laid on hands
Yes.
for you.
So your poison is gone. You're just
Thank
using
you.
you're just using 5 points, Anna?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you need more. Do you need more?
No, I think that's it. And
Okay.
I don't stand up any straighter. That's just, it didn't really change my posture at all.
All right.
Do I see Simon? Like, is there anything else I see? Do I see the dinosaur? Do I
Yeah,
see
when
Simon?
you look down the alley and then sort of to your right to the end of the alley, you can see that Simon is with a dark-clad assassin,
Stranger danger!
and they are standing next to the halfling assassin who's riding the
Damn it.
dinosaur with the monkey on his shoulder.
Our son! And I just do an Aladdin off the roof, like step off and shoo, with my boots.
All right. Yeah, so you can race toward them and get to them pretty much on your turn, and your turn will be done at that point.
Okay.
And,
Is the dinosaur with them? I'm very concerned about the
so
dinosaur.
the halfling, the black-clad halfling, think of a
riding
halfling
the
wearing a
dinosaur.
turban, wearing a black turban with a black veil covering his mouth and a black robe on the back of a blue-painted Allosaurus, which looks like a velociraptor, basically.
It's a racing dinosaur.
Yeah, it looks like a racing dinosaur. And he's on the back, and he's holding the reins like that, and he's got a little monkey on his shoulder. The monkey's got a fez on his head.
I'm going to have to confiscate both of those beautiful beasts from you.
And next to him is the assassin who's got Simon by the arm. And he's actually...
Is Simon resisting? Like, is he trying to pull away?
No. And the assassin's actually got also a hand over Simon's mouth, like a gloved hand over Simon's mouth.
Do not touch our son that way.
Probably because Simon tried to, like, dart him.
We could dart him in the hand.
Yeah.
Did we load him back up with poison darts? Didn't we think about that?
You think that he's basically
keeping it closed.
Keeping his mouth closed. Yeah. And so he's just sort of, Simon is just standing there as a little docile hostage, not putting up any fight of any kind. And mostly,
don't worry, Mom, I'll save you.
And yeah, so they're just standing there, and the halfling will say to you, "Please, ma'am, we don't want conflict."
Yeah, I don't either, so give me back my son and stop trying to kill my family.
Oh, we will return to your son, madam. No problem there. But we want something in exchange.
No, you don't get to make me buy back my son. That's ludicrous. In the holy name of Lathander, I have never heard something so ridiculous.
He says, "You took something that belonged to us, ma'am. We want it back."
What?
Magic ring, if you please.
I have no magic ring. Do I look like I wear rings?
He says, "Your friend who accompanies you, the artist Simber, he has the ring.
That's not my friend.
He took it from us.
He's more like a tag-along.
He is with you, ma'am.
Artist! Artist!
Could we talk to someone else, ma'am?"
No.
Can I talk to your manager?
He's asking for the manager. Oh my God.
You talk to me, or you talk to my boss, the Morning Lord.
Excuse
and
me,
I don't
are your
think you want
parents
to talk
home?
to him.
Are your parents We're just all watching this go down, just like, oh.
Are we still on initiative?
Let's say no. So you guys can pretty much do anything you want to at this
So-
point. And you can all hear Evelyn.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
if
we
we
can.
are
So,
on an initiative,
Paulton.
I just go up and grab Simon.
Paulton, what did you want to do?
So I'm still on the roof with the assassin. That's
Yep.
Okay,
Surrendered.
cool.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep. Can I like tie their hands so they don't try anything?
Sure thing.
You sure can with that rope we just bought.
Yeah. Buy some today. All right. So,
Yeah, so you cut off like 5 feet of it, and you bind her wrists good and tight.
Just gonna
Do
leave me
I-
to rescue our son, huh? Just gonna leave me?
do I see do I see everything with Evelyn?
Yeah,
and
when
the-
after you've tied her off and you just sort of look down the alleyway, you can see Evelyn is in a heated exchange with the halfling on the dinosaur, with the monkey companion, and the Simon's there, and you know everything. Yeah.
Okay, and I can infer that the assassin is with them, right?
So there is there's an assassin holding Simon, and then there's the black-clad halfling who might also be an assassin on the back of the dinosaur.
Oh, I mean the one I have tied up.
Oh.
I can like gather that.
There, she's the same crew. Yeah.
Oh. I'm gonna walk her over to the edge of the roof.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, so before I start bartering, like, are you just gonna say you don't care if she dies?" Like one of those things.
It would be an acceptable loss, sir, to get the ring back.
The ring?
The Ring of Winter. It was taken from us, sir.
Is that the ring that makes the iceberg?
Yes.
Yes,
Strix
sir.
yells as she's trying to take
Like,
the
oh,
waffle.
see, that's not gonna work because I want that. So,
But it belongs to us, sir. It was stolen from us.
He really is very polite.
you got like receipts or something?
No, sir, says the halfling.
So just to double check, if I threaten to kill her, Is that enough to give us our son, the little robot boy back?
I will be very sad, sir, but I must have the ring.
It's like, all right, well, so much for collateral. All right, guys, I tried a thing. Y'all go.
At that point in time, Paulton, I'd like you to make an insight check.
Okay. Ooh, that is a powerful.
Oh no!
Oh no! Okay.
Yeah.
Is that twice in one episode?
Yeah.
There's been a couple.
So you don't notice anything or anything that would help you in this situation. Dieth and Strix, what are you doing at the present time?
I've like gestured for my broom, like
the broom will come over to your hand.
does like a cool, like Harry Potter-esque like Quidditch move, and I'm gonna go down and take the basket off Waffle's head.
Oh sure.
Because Evelyn forgot.
I had pressing concerns.
All right.
So I'm just gonna take that off, and I'm just gonna, I guess, just be like hover with Waffles over to where Evelyn is while she's just yelling. Like, I'm just gonna like walk over there.
Thanks for that Evelyn impression, Strix.
Lander.
So during this battle, we saw this magic hand show up and punch the other one, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm trusting Evelyn and Paulton to do some expert stall tactics right now, as they are wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to go to like kind of the opposite side of the roof and basically keep an eye out and start looking for artists.
All right. Just make a perception check.
Also, side note, after I established that she's not really used for bartering, I just look at her. I'm like, so, how you doing?
She's all burnt, her flesh is all charred, and she's like, how do you think I'm doing?
All right. I'm just trying to have a nice chat, but you try to make friends, that's all. All right.
Perception 24.
All right. You do spot him.
Okay.
You can see that off to one side of the market, there is this structure, this stucco building, and it's got a minaret that comes out of the top of it. He's actually at the top of the minaret, about 60 feet off the ground. He's basically up in a thin tower.
Gotcha. All right.
Looking down on everything, so he can see. He's about 120 feet away from his fist.
Yeah. Is it possible for me to get to him without the assassins knowing where I'm going or seeing me?
Yes, but it would take you a while if you were basically running across the ground and then had to basically go up the inside of the minaret, unless you can fly or somehow get to the top quickly.
I can be acrobatic and cunning action dash.
That won't get you to the top of the minaret.
Okay. All right. I'll start kind of just. I imagine Arta sees me.
Yeah, you imagine correctly.
All right. Yeah. So while the rest of them are kind of distracting them, I kind of signal to Artist to kind of meet me halfway and kind of point to somewhere.
Okay.
I'm just going to start going from rooftop to rooftop.
Okay. Artist will basically fly down on the back of his ice vulture and land at basically at the point where you two meet, out of sight of the assassins.
Right. So then, like, face to face, keeping voices down so they don't even know where they are. Artists, who are they?
They're the Zentaran.
Son of a bitch.
We will.
They want the ring.
Clearly. They say you took it from them. Is that true?
Yes, but they took it from me first.
Do I believe him?
Make an insight check.
Oh, pretty good. 18.
You do believe him. You think that there's a long story there that he doesn't want to get into.
Right. Okay. Then I'll say, right. And should they retrieve the Ring of Winter once more, how bad would that be?
Well, they're not going to, because I'm not giving it to them.
putting me in a pickle, artist. Because I sincerely believe you about this object and its importance. But something more important to my friends is in danger.
He says, I've told you about the power of this ring and its evil influence on people. It can't be allowed to fall into enemy hands again.
I agree. So then what are you going to do?
He says, I will help you deal with these assassins.
Do you think we could take them on?
I don't know. I have a few tricks. I'm sure you do as well.
Got any spare decoy rings on you?
Decoy rings?
Just normal rings, fake ones. Maybe ones I could possibly pass. Look, maybe a little light blue in color.
He will take the glove off his hand so you can see the Ring of Winter now on his finger. And he will concentrate, and you see forming in his palm is a ring made of blue ice. Apparently he can use the ring to create ice objects as well as ice creatures.
This is perfect. All right. I'm going to take it from him.
Okay, it's actually glacial ice, so it's cold and made of real ice.
Okay. I got my gloves.
Yep, but it's fine. I mean, like, it's brittle.
I'll like go back and forth if I need to if it gets too cold on one hand at some point.
Yeah. It's more a case where you know it will start to melt in this heat after a fashion, so time is of the essence.
Yeah, I'll kind of keep it covered.
Okay.
And I'll tell the artist to basically get somewhere where you can see everything and act should you see the occasion arise. I'm going to try to get rid of them and bias. Just get rid of them, and hopefully they're none the wiser.
Will do.
All right. With that, I'll like dash right back across the rooftops to basically the point where I was before, and then kind of use my second story work to kind of like go back down the building. You know, hop down to a window ledge and then like kind of slide across the wall down below, and then walk up to the rest of the party. Okay. But I imagine they're still bickering back and forth during all of this.
Yes. In fact, while Diath has been off, let's see, Paulton already rolled for insight. Have Evelyn and Strix do the same. All insight check, wisdom.
Can I try something once they do that?
You sure can.
Sweet.
I got a 6. I don't know what's going on. I'm picking fish bones out of Waffle's fur.
16.
Okay. Evelyn, you're able to tell that the thug who's basically got Simon, he's not the boss. The halfling on the dinosaur is the boss. But that thug is deeply troubled by something and has his eyes sort of dart back and forth. You think he's got some sort of connection to or relationship to the female assassin that Paulton has as his prisoner. And so he seems very nervous.
Isn't it horrible to feel the feeling of knowing you might just lose someone that you love for no reason other than some dinosaur riding, turban wearing, halfling scum leader? I feel that woe upon me as I look upon my son. I wonder if anyone in the whole world might feel the same as me right now.
Can I roll a persuasion check to see if I make him feel?
Yes, you can. And in the meantime, Paulton, what would you like to do?
Well, first I'd like to see how that persuasion goes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
28.
Whoa.
Okay.
All right.
I am making him cry real tears right now.
Like I hear that and like I start tearing up.
Yeah, Strix is like, there's something in my eye.
The love of family.
No, really, there's a fish bone in my eye. I gotta get it out.
All right, and as you do that, you see that he turns to the halfling and says, I do not see the ring. Perhaps we should just get out of here before the authorities show up.
My innocent son.
Yeah. We can always try again later. And the halfling just turns to him and says, be quiet. Do not speak.
Also, they already tried to kill us, so it kind of seems fair that we would just go ahead
and that guy,
take...
That guy who's sort of holding Simon, he sort of lets go of the one hand, and you can see he's sort of putting his hand down on his scimitar.
Was I able to kind of see that the thug holding Simon isn't actually like calling the shots from that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna call out to the other guy, the guy who I am inferring is like kind of in control of this whole situation.
The halfling on the dinosaur, yeah.
Yeah, halfling. Like, hey buddy, question. So in about 2 minutes, do you want like all of your guts to be like splattered all over the place?
No, sir.
Oh, okay. Because that little robot you're holding is actually an explosive, and he's set to go off within a few minutes, and I'm the only one who can disable it. If you want to give him to me, I can stop that. Or, I'm out of range of it. It's up to you. And I want to try and deceive him if I can.
Please do. Deception.
I have a particular set of skills.
As soon as Paulton says that, Strix is like, what? And just starts running away with walls.
That is
I didn't know that!
That's a 23.
Okay, yes, and you see instinctively the guy holding on to Simon just lets him go at that point. And the halfling is like, please do not let it explode.
Can do. Would I be able to I don't think Dimension Door works that way, but could I open it so Simon could just walk through and then just door up to me? Or
it's only you.
Oh, okay. Just gonna be like, all right, Simon, come on, make it snappy. Let's go.
And the halfling turns to the guy who let him go and he says, don't let him go, you fool.
This guy's so chill.
Yeah.
Can Evelyn, when he lets go of him, just make a dash to try to snatch him and retreat?
Okay. Yeah, in fact, there's really, the only attack you'll provoke is potentially from the dinosaur. So
I can take it.
All right.
Oh wait, actually, once I see that that Simon is free, I can turn around and cast darkness on them as well,
Okay.
over the dinosaur.
All right.
So what do I roll to make that dash and grab?
Well, I'm going to have you and Strix just make a quick initiative check for me to see what goes off first.
Oops. 6.
I got 12.
Okay, so the darkness...
Oh, wait, no, 8, sorry.
The darkness lands. Everything goes dark in a 20-foot radius sphere. So Evelyn, you've got to snatch Simon in complete and utter darkness. So I'm going to have you make an attack roll against...
Sorry.
I'm going to have you make a roll 2d20, take the lower result, and add your attack bonus, your melee attack bonus.
11.
Okay, you succeed in grabbing Simon. And you snatch him up out of the darkness and fly him up to Paulton.
I'm just holding him like a really big doll.
Yep. The darkness would actually...
His hands are over your...
Yeah,
arm.
exactly.
Actually, the darkness would envelop Paulton as well. So
should I roll to be able to find him?
You kind of know where he is.
Okay. My heart leads me.
I'd also like to yell, time to run!
Yeah. Diath, you see the darkness appear.
Oh. And even flies out.
With Simon.
All right. I'm going to take that ring and basically put it into a spare pouch and tie it up.
All right.
And then...
I feel like these are kind of a public menace. I think we probably should take their dinosaur just in case.
Diath, you see the halfling on the dinosaur just bolt out of the darkness, coming right down the alley, trying to get out of the darkness as quickly as possible and away from what he perceives to be an exploding puppet.
So straight forward or away from us?
Straight toward you.
Straight toward you. Oh, all right.
But more interested in getting away than anything.
All right. I'll basically just kind of get down at the rooftop and just wait for them to kind of pass. See, they kind of leave on their own. Maybe they'll leave on their own.
The halfling with the dinosaur and the monkey seems to be leaving on his own. And actually, he does stop and turn and frown when he realizes he's probably been duped.
Just bamboozled.
The monkey's just like, I told you, man.
And then he shakes his fist at the darkness and says, I'll get that ring.
So much fist shaking.
So are we like running at this point?
Yeah, at this point, I guess you're just out of... Paulton, are you going to do anything with the bound prisoner that you have on the rooftop?
I'm going to go for unnecessary... Wait. Okay. So I didn't ask. But was she hot?
She was until all her hair and flesh burned off.
I mean, literally, she was temperature-wise very hot.
Okay. So before we go, like I'm holding her, I just hold her in front of me. I'm just like, I'm sorry things had to be this way. But until we meet again. And I like almost go in for a kiss. I'm like, okay, bye. And I just like dash.
Okay. All right. You run off.
He never passes up an opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh,
so you have all fled the scene, leaving darkness behind and some confused assassins.
Good.
And you are out of danger.
What happened to your donkey that you rented?
He's a good donkey.
It's still like standing where it was by the barrel with all your stuff in the marketplace.
He's got like of food in front of him, so he doesn't need to go anywhere.
Yeah, the market square, the Red Bazaar is pretty quiet. A few people are starting to filter back in and start to clean up the mess.
All right. Well, then after I know like all of them are very gone and like I don't like sense danger for them or them returning or finding us, then I'll kind of reconvene with the crew and my donkey and equipment.
Are we not going to follow them? We're just going to let them go?
Yes.
They tried to kill us and tried to steal our son.
Failed.
That's the point. It's better to let them go and know that we're really capable and tell their friends how capable we are, and then they won't come back.
I just wouldn't want them to hurt someone else.
Artis will land his ice vulture.
Cool.
And dismount and just sort of leave it there with its wings folded. And he says, this is a bad omen. The Zentarum know that I'm here. They're going to send others to come after me. I no longer feel like I can safely guide you.
I agree. In fact, they'll probably come after us with more.
I think you're right.
Where can you go?
He says, I can find many places to hide in this land. I know Chult well, but I don't want to leave you without someone. I'm going to bring someone by, someone I trust, to serve as a guide in my place. He will meet you at Kaya's House of Repose.
Well, in the meantime, can I go to pet the ice bird?
Yeah. You see the ice bird is perfectly still, like a statue. It doesn't move or not a muscle, nothing. And in fact, you can see, Paulton, as you touch it, it's kind of runny, like it's starting to melt.
I'm just like, one day you will be mine.
He says, but Artis says, I am comforted to have at least seen them. Now I know who some of them are. I can maybe get to them before they get to me.
Right. Well, we did what we could for you, and we appreciate your help in return.
All right.
Strix is going to give him a little, one of her little like trinkets, her little pipe that does little skulls, and just be like, maybe this will cheer you up while you're in the jungle. Thanks for your help.
He'll take it, and he'll say, an hour before midnight, my friend will come by. You may be jarred by his appearance, but he is absolutely trustworthy and is a good soul.
I say to him, hey man, before you go, you
can't have the ring.
I'm going to persuade him and go, I can have
all the persuasion checks in the world are not going to convince Artis to give you the ring.
Wait, no.
Is Simon with me?
Yes, he
Strix
is.
is gonna shake Dieth and be like, Dieth, give him. Oh, she doesn't know he has it. Damn it!
No.
I was gonna be like to give him the fake one so he'd be happy.
That would be good. It's like, I'll get that ring. It's not today, but I'll get that ring.
All right. Artis will walk away. He'll leave the iceberg there just to kind of melt away over time.
Oh, sad.
Yeah, got the last word in. That counts for something.
You did. All
Evelyn,
right.
don't put your name in that bird.
When 11 o'clock rolls around and you're sitting in Kaya's house and you've got all your gear and you're back and just going to rest up for the night after what is a trying ordeal.
Oh, real quick,
Yep.
Chris, I wanted to say when I was purchasing supplies,
Yep.
just in the interim, I also wanted to make sure I got stuff to make maps with.
Oh, yeah. The cartographer's
Parchments.
kit?
Yeah, cartographer's
Okay.
kit, ink, quill, etc.
That's, I think, a little bit more expensive. Just let me look that up.
Okay. Yep, Colton, you got this? Cool.
Also, another important question: were my pies okay?
Pies are great.
Okay,
They
good.
held up just fine. So cartographer's tools are 15 gold.
All right, and then after this engagement, I kind of want to make it a point to see if anyone here sells, say, antidotes or antitoxins or any kind of anti-poison things.
Yeah, if you want a vial of antitoxin costs 50 gold.
I am a vial of antitoxin. What do you need that for?
That's true.
What happens if you're not around or unconscious? We'll get one.
Okay, that's 50 gold.
All right.
That's a lot of gold.
It is a
And
lot
then,
of gold.
all right, and then after Artis walks away, Dieth opens up his pouch that had the fake ring in it, pulls it out of his hand, and then crushes it, and looks at the rest of the party, and it actually says, "You guys handled that situation really well. I'm really proud of all of you."
Oh,
Thank you.
thanks, Dia. Oh, shucks.
It's like, aw, thanks, buddy. Remember how you also almost died? That was something, huh?
Yeah, I remember.
Don't do that again.
I'll try not to, Strix.
Yeah, so it's relatively speaking, after today's adventures, the night seems to pass pretty peacefully, and then an hour before midnight, a figure walks in that looks like that.
The top
Okay.
one.
Try to see it as hard as I
He
can.
looks like it looks
It'll be
like
tough.
a humanoid with a sword.
He looks like a humanoid with saurian or reptilian features.
Dinosaur. Man.
And he's got a very simple cloak kind of draped over his shoulders, and when he walks in and looks around, there's a sort of very strange odor that accompanies him, and he seems very trepidatious as he pokes his head in, and he smells like cooked ham.
I'm immediately just like, ew!
I'm
Be
hungry.
nice. Hello.
Oh, sorry. Ew, sir.
What he means is, pleased to make your acquaintance, new friend. Thank you for coming to visit us. You must be a friend of Artis.
He nods. Doesn't say a word up to this point, but then the three of you, minus Evelyn, notice that the scent changes. He no longer smells like ham. He smells like lemon.
Huh.
You, I could be wrong, but I believe I'm getting a waft of citrus. Is that a perfume of yours, or? It's very nice.
It's like, oh, Artis wasn't kidding. You're really weird.
You can see
Be
he's
nice.
got a big sword that he's got sheathed to his side. It's a long sword, but it's got sort of rawhide wrapped around its hilt, and it kind of catches the light in a interesting and weird way. And then he looks around and basically sits down in a chair and just sits there.
Oh no, chat's pointing out. Can Evelyn smell?
No.
Never mind. She doesn't notice that at all. I take it all back.
Everybody else does. And you can see he just kind of sits there and makes himself comfortable, like he's just going to pass the time sitting here.
Right.
And you guys eventually feel sleepy.
But what's your name? silent person?
Lizardman.
He seems to acknowledge you, but does not speak at all.
It's like, all right, we're gonna go with John Lizard.
Strix will hand him a quill and a parchment so that he can write it down.
Oh, okay. He will write out the name Dragonbait.
Oh, that's bad.
Hey, some of us are
Is that
called that
literal or literal or figurative? Whatever. Strix will just like give him like a hello and say Dragonbait. That's his name.
He nods.
I like Lizardman. I think we're gonna go with Lizardman.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Dragonbait. You smell very nice.
Dieth will gesture at this point. Artist says you know the way to Orlunga.
He thinks about it. He thinks.
Oh boy.
Cool.
Well enough.
And then his smell changes from lemon to brimstone.
Oh, I know that one.
Why are all you guys reacting like this out of nowhere? What are you guys like telepathically getting some messages? Because I'm not getting anything.
Evelyn, Strix will like stick her arm at her and be like, "Smell me. Do you smell me?"
I mean, I can remember how you smell, but
Well, that's not the same thing. So this guy smells. So just go
well, that's not very nice to say.
talk to Juniper or
Yeah.
something. Otherwise, you're gonna get sad.
And then he gets up out of his chair, he walks outside and he stands in the street. And he just sort of puts his sword point down in the ground and just sort of stands there almost like he's meditating. His head up, looking up toward the stars.
Are you praying to Lathander? I go and kneel down next to him. I'm like, no. I also love to pray to Lathander in the evening. Isn't it beautiful to look at the stars and just imagine the light of the morning Lord shining down upon us from there?
His smell changes, although she doesn't know this, to baked bread.
I just feel so comforted. It's so nice to have companionship while I pray. Do you mind if I
the
pray
baked
aloud?
bread means
oh,
he's
dear
annoyed.
morning Lord.
I'm drawn to the scent of the bread. I'm like, ooh, bread.
Oh my god. Strix is gonna go check on her pies.
The pies are still there, and you have your rope to tie everybody together like you did last night,
Perfect.
so that hags
Right.
can't spirit you away in the night.
I'll go up to Dragonbait as he's doing his weird meditative state, only assuming that he can even hear me.
He can hear you. He acknowledges
Okay.
you, but he's just
All
sort
right.
of giving you a side eye.
All right, I'll inform
While
him of
Evelyn's
our-
praying.
Yeah, I'll inform him of our original plan about how Artist was going to lead us down the rivers of the jungle through canoes, and that's how we were going to get to Oralunga. That way he has got an idea, or we can start thinking of how we would possibly get there. And then also let him know that we're going to leave first thing in the morning, so should he need any rest, he's welcome to do that tonight.
He will nod, and you see that his smell changes to the smell of lemon again, and then he leaves Evelyn in the street and goes back into a chair in the main common room and just kind of plops down, rests his sword somewhere close by, within easy reach of his hand, and then just kind of nods off.
All right.
I'm gonna walk up to Dieth and be like, "Hey, word over here, really quick."
What?
Like,
What?
okay. So assessing the situation, I know we're not the most tactful bunch. I know we're not really great with secrets, but we kind of don't really know if this is the guy. We kind of just spilled all of our plans to the first weird-looking dude that walked in. And we stop and consider maybe we should let him talk before we, like, I don't know, give him our socials or anything like that. Like, I don't know. I feel like we're really open with strangers.
I don't think he can talk.
I mean,
he
how
knows
would
the
that
smells. I think that's all he's got.
It's like, okay, so what? How does that confirm that this is the guy?
No, I mean, you're right. That was careless. But he was here at the proper meeting time, and Artist did say to be prepared for his appearance. So
I just
I've
hope.
never seen anything like this. Excuse me, anyone. I didn't
So
mean to-
rude.
Wow.
I didn't mean to. Look, you know what I'm trying to say. Okay?
Look, all I'm saying is if this isn't the guy, that's going to be really embarrassing and just food for thought.
No, you're right.
Evelyn's still in the street. And please protect my friend.
Oh my god.
And our new friend, Dragon Bay.
Waffles will sort of hoot you to get you out of that state so you can come over and like give her pets and things.
Oh, and pet her.
Yeah.
Get her all situated for the night.
All right. As the night comes upon you and you retire to Strix's bedchamber where she ties ropes around all of you again.
And puts pies on their face.
Puts pies near your heads.
It takes a really long time to fall asleep because I'm just like...
Yeah.
It's fine. I understand that maybe you just didn't feel like making me a pie because
Evelyn, that's not why I didn't make you a pie.
I fall asleep with no problem, just like, sweet dreamland, take me away.
Yes, and Simon will be just sort of lying next to you, rigid.
Good boy, don't watch.
You sort of cast one arm over him protectively and fall asleep.
Simon, my son, if things get weird, turn away.
Yeah, his head will just turn completely around into the pillow.
Oh, God.
All right, and then when you finally all nod off, Dieth, the last to go, spectral hags return to your room for another hot date, and you see the one of them that crawls on top of you, Dieth, has got a bag over her head.
That's not so bad.
Like a stitched leather bag.
That makes it better.
And it's got sort of a hole in the front of it, and it's kind of dark within that hole. But then a chicken head comes out of the hole and looks around, and then withdraws, and then a snake head comes out and also looks around. And as she climbs on top of you in her sort of spectral, ethereal form, you can't feel her, and you're kind of dreaming this, so you're not actually... You sort of dream the caress feeling that she has as her hands and claws brush over you, and she takes a fingernail and just sort of brushes it, or sort of scratches it around your mouth, and then just uses that finger to hook your mouth and pull it open. And then she takes what looks like a pillowcase, a black pillowcase, and starts shoving it down your throat.
Yes.
And the other hags do similar things to Paulton and Strix. They force open their mouths and stuff what looks like a black sack down your throats. And as you're sleeping, you just start to gag. And Evelyn, you are awakened by the sound of the three of them just gagging.
I'm like,
I hate all of this.
And that's where we'll stop for tonight.
dude, I
made him a pie!
We'll get to the pies next week too.
One of my best
fun.
friends loves watching D&D shows, and she was like, I started watching Dice Camera Action, but it just seems like it might be too scary for my 5-year-old who sometimes listens with me. And I just finished telling her, I was like, no, it's fine.
Like, was really all of Curse of Strahd fine for a 5-year-old?
Yeah. So the pies will come into play next week, I promise.
I made a mistake, didn't I?
No. We'll see.
All right.
When Dice Camera Action returns next Tuesday. Yeah, right. And any announcements? We are kind of running a little late, but we got about 10 minutes. So what's going on?
If you guys are in LA, there is an art show this weekend at Frenchie's Beauty Parlor, and it's a witches-themed art show.
Ooh.
And I'm going to be wearing my Strix costume there, and I'll have some art there too. It's a group show, though, but it's going to be fun. So it'll be this weekend. So check that out and come say hi.
TwitchCon is very soon. So soon.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you're right.
And we're having a live game there once again on Sunday morning in Long Beach at TwitchCon. So plan to come hang out with us live or watch on twitch.tv/TwitchPresents.
And
live stream too.
Yeah, and again, I won't be at that because I will be on my headlining tour, the Cool and Good tour, with myself, Mando Pony, Amelie. It starts back up next week. Tickets are on sale at natewantsbattle.com. We're playing Anaheim, Phoenix, Salt Lake City, Denver, Seattle, Portland, and San Fran. So if you're in any of those areas and you want to hang out, see some music, come hang. It's going to be cool. And then after that, beginning of November, I will be at UmaCon for those of you who are going to that. So yeah, it'll be fun.
And where is UmaCon?
That's the Detroit one, I want to say.
I believe it's Detroit. Yes, it is Detroit. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
And as always, if you want to join in on the fandom and the discussion, go to the Dice Camera Action subreddit, reddit.com/r/dicecamera.
You muted yourself, Jared.
Dice Camera Action subreddit. It's super cool. You should all go to it. There's a lot of cool fan art going on right now because it's Inktober. So a lot of people are inking up some great fan art of the Waffle Crew. Join the discussion of the episodes. A lot of cool theories that people have been putting together as well. And then there's also a Dice Camera Action Discord that you can also join. You can find that link also on the subreddit.
All right.
Yeah.
Then that's it. We're out, folks. Bye.
Right.
See you next week.
Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next week.
Yep. It's been fun.